Hi, hello from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I'm Superman. Well, kind of. See, I'm a writer, a thinker, today a socialpreneur. I'm interested in helping communities, and I like to tell you just a little bit about my community, about my experiences, and what my friend and I, Govin, who's worked with World Bank for 25 years, have created an option for communities, society, organizations. And let me share with you just a little bit about maybe myself first and what this is all about. During my lifetime, as I'm having a camera turned on me now, I turned my invisible camera towards me and started writing journals because I wanted to first of all understand myself. Any of you have the experience of trying to figure out yourself, why you do what you do, who you are, wonder about the future, reflect on your past? Well, I'm that kind of person. So I've called myself Dad the KL City Kid as my pen name in writing. You can Google it, Dad the City Kid, and you'll find all my writings on my blogs, my videos, etc. In turning the camera towards me, a large part of my life, I'm now turning it back to the public. This production comes because of a sudden incident that occurred in our community here in this high-rise building apartment where this studio is set up. It's also from this place where Options is launched, where my videography, my interviews of Talk Lane is also launched. Its community service first is also launched. Well, I'm a man of many traits, a change extraordinaire. I'll let you read and explore the blogs to find out more. But I want to get to a point that me and my co-writer of our book that will be published this year, about what if questions to consider in changing our lives. So I studied about myself, and then soon, of course, I reflect about myself looking at other people. I'm the last, number 7 in a large family. So from my parents, from my grandparents, and from my own children of 6, and a lot of people that I've met in my lifetime. See, Govin and I've traveled about 30 countries, but in World Bank, he's gone about 80. Add all that up to a number of people that we've met, whether they were kings and queens, whether they were government ministers or presidents, whether they were NGO presidents, whether they were just ordinary people who lived their life in the community. So Govin and I are sharing with you some of the core things that we've learned. And we call it option because it's not something that we would like to force to people. It's not something that I like to force in my community. But it's an option that we can merely choose to decide how we want to live our life. So to start off with the current problem that I have in this community, shared in this blog post that I'm reviewing the history of a community here in a high-rise building where there are certain laws to govern behavior. We call it the Strata Title Act here, found in cities like Singapore, Australia, Hong Kong, with many high-rise buildings. But I'm not touching about so much the law, but more about behavior. And when you talk about behavior, as my friend is in our discussion with Govin together, he flew in from Washington, D.C. And we spent some very, very prime time together. But amidst a problem that occurred right at the very day that he was going to arrive. And so this story will continue in this blog. And I trust you will continue until the end, where our society and community here can change for the better. Because I'm announcing community service first in my life. Why? Because if you don't take care of community, you can't take care of your family. You can't even take care of yourself. Because we're so interdependent today. There's a lot of collaboration that we require. We will focus about an apartment problem here in Kuala Lumpur and the psychology of the different people there with different culture, education, and probably religious beliefs.